I don't usually share this story because it's deeply personal and it's one of the scariest things that I've ever experienced. The reality is that one day I got a call that my dad was in the hospital and he had suffered from a triple upper aortal aneurysm. Most people who have those do not survive. And I was in college at the time but quickly dropped out in order to be with him because I didn't know how I was going to survive on my own if he died. And for a while, I worked 2 jobs. It was really, really hard. They were standard working class jobs. They were not fun. I was busting my butt just to make ends meet, not knowing what was going on with my dad. And every single day, I felt myself moving away from my passions. As it turns out, it was a blessing in disguise because sometimes the cards that life deals you turn out to really be like gift cards for your future. Now, I suffered through it, and my dad suffered through a really long rehab, and for a long time we struggled. But today, my dad and I are better than ever, and, I'm only working 1 job now. It's a job that I love. As I shoot this video, I'm living in a brick mansion with a beautiful yard and a fountain out back. My name is Thing.Send, and I'm an internet entrepreneur. I'm able to do things that most people would never be able to do, like vacationing with Sir Richard Branson on Necker Island. That's his private island on his private chunk of the British Virgin Islands. Here are some photos of one of the trips that we took. It was absolutely awesome. My wife, now, Jody, and I actually got married, and Sir Richard Branson was the ring bearer. How cool is that? So, it was a pretty amazing thing. I get to explore the world. Here are some pics of some wildlife from my trip to the Galapagos Islands, where I got to see all sorts of animals and creatures that you can't see anywhere else in the entire world. I actually got to ride on a National Geographic boat to check the whole thing out. But while I record this video, unfortunately, the world is in turmoil. Jobless numbers are getting worse every single day, and the Gulf Coast economy has been completely destroyed. Millions of people don't know where their next meal is even coming from. Now, after my dad was in the hospital, I knew I had to find a way to be successful, no matter what the world threw my way. And what I discovered literally changed my life. And that is why I'm making this video. Because if a college dropout like me with severe ADD can figure out how to make a real income online, then there really is hope for everyone. And it all starts with a silly little secret that I discovered for making real money online. That silly little secret let me quit my jobs, hire my friends and family, and create a business that supports 18 hardworking Americans. Now, the biggest rush that I get is knowing that I'm actually out there doing some good about this economy that we live in, and I want to share with you what it is that I've learned. You see, I've got to learn some pretty cool stuff. Here's the simple way that I started my business out of my kitchen with only $50, and I quickly grew it to over $5 million per year in sales. Now, you've been specially picked to get this private video, and it's going to vanish the second I take it down from the internet, because what I'm about to show you, what I'm about to reveal, is not for the average person. I'm going to show you how I pull in as much as $35,000 just by doing one simple thing that you probably already do every single day. And when I got started, I didn't have a list. I didn't have a website, I didn't have a business plan, and I didn't have a single partner or even a clue about how to make money online. When I got started, I worked in my spare time, which I didn't have a whole lot of. But if you can devote 1 to 2 hours a week, then you can do this. I'm sure I'm coming off like a late night TV pitchman right now, and if I hadn't lived the proof, I'd probably think that I was full of it. But I'm going to show you that this is real, it's happening now, and it's absolutely life-changing. I can prove it to you. This right here is over $500,000 from one of my online accounts. Okay? Now this is back in 2007. How cool is that? This is a whopping $933,727.77 in just 1 month. Absolutely amazing. But before we go any further, you will not find this video anywhere else. I've invited only my trusted subscribers, as well as some of my friends and friends of friends, to get in on this. It's absolutely not for mass consumption.